Latinoamérica, mi Javier Ibarreche.
Hi, I'm Javier Ibarreche with The Estreno, and I'm here with Ashton Kutcher, Jeremy Pope, and Anthony Ramos to talk about The Beauty. How you guys doing?
What's up?
What's happening?
I wanted to start with asking Ashton. I believe it was in Comic-Con you said something about how physical appearance opened certain doors for you, but then closed others. Like, I mean, when you tell a story through pictures, looks end up, I mean, they matter. Your character in this show, I think, is interesting because he has the looks, but he seems so fragile at the same time. Like, he acts like a villain as if to mask some kind of internal weakness. Were you able to explore new acting territory in this show? And if so, what did you let go of, or what did you embrace to play Byron?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thanks. I very much got to do something I've never done before with this role. And I think that the idea of the character, from my perspective, was that here you have this guy who seemingly has everything. He's got money, he has power, he now has beauty, he has all of these assets, and he's still not fulfilled. There's a sense of like still broken in that guy. And I think like this character kind of personifies beauty in that way, where you go, well, once I have it, once I get there, then I'll be happy.
Yeah.
And then the minute that you have it, you'll find something wrong. You'll find a flaw. You'll find it, and it's a lot of people play this game in life where they're like, well, once I get this, well, once I do that, then I'll start, then I'll do, and the truth is, you never get there, no matter who you are. And so the quicker you can get to a point where you go, no, actually being in a state of change is there. Right. And there's also like this sense of like, in life, like people think that you have to like grow up and you got to grow up. And a lot of people take that as like, well, okay, I'm done learning. I'm a grown up. This is who I am. And this character is still a little kid to some degree.
Right. And following up on that, Jeremy, your character goes through a powerful physical transformation, but his inner self doesn't change that quickly. At first, Jeremy is awkward, but then he gets a new body, and little by little, it seems like he gets a whole new personality. I find this interesting because you as an actor are playing a character who is, in a way, wearing your body as a new suit.
Yeah. I
was wondering if you could tell me a bit about the evolution of Jeremy from the actor's perspective. Do you work more from the body or from the mind when approaching a character?
It definitely shifts depending on what, but I think I try to start with soul. I always go soul. What do they want? Who are they? Where do they come from? And I think with this role, we were aware that there was a physical transformation that was happening, but I thought it was really interesting to understand, well, what are all the things that stay on the inside? Because those are the things that are unattended to. I think he thinks, like we say, you're going to do this thing and I'm going to feel better. But I'm like, you look different, but you feel the same. That brokenness and that loneliness has not been attended to. So that's why we get to a moment with the assassin where he feels seen for the first time, and we go, we see a crack. There's something that he's never felt before. And then he's he's so open and emotional, and there's that. And so I'm like, the more I could become aware of what those things were that the character was, not attending to, then it meant that I was doing the work, the soul work, and that made for an interesting journey to when he started to get attention by women or started to wear clothes, how that then informed what was happening internally and starting to build that ego and that confidence to go out and do some of the wild things that he does. So it was more inner to out, given that the out was there, you know what I mean?
And following up on that, on the character of the assassin, Anthony, I think my favorite moment of your character is when he sings Christopher Cross in the car next to Jeremy. I just loved that scene. And there you have the speech where you talk about how the world is cruel to people who aren't beautiful. It seems like your character is not obsessed with beauty in the same way as others. He sees beauty as something more of a tool, as something more useful. I was wondering if your personal idea of beauty somehow changed after making this show, or how would you define beauty if you could?
I mean, something interesting about the assassin was he didn't, beauty I don't think beauty is a goal for him, right? Like I don't think physical beauty was a goal for him. I think this opportunity of the beauty and what that is, which is this shot, I think is a way out for him of his situation. Right. And I think I don't know how much we can give away, or I don't know when this comes out, but basically, how it's changed my perspective. I don't know if it's changed my perspective, but it's definitely given me a lens into this world that I hear a lot about. I hear a lot about all these different medications you can take to alter your body, and all these things you can do to make your face look a certain type of way or help you lose weight, or but now I'm starting to, this show gave me kind of like a lens into how far people will go. You hear about these things, but when you're seeing people that they'll sell this to be able to afford that, or they'll do that thing that you're like, wow, I can't even believe they betrayed that person, or they did that in order to accomplish this thing that's going to alter their body.
Right.
It just gave me, I guess, like a wider lens into that world, into what it'll do to someone. When you can tell somebody, hey, like I got this thing that'll make you look better, which will essentially make you feel better.
Right. Right. Anyway, so guys, thank you so much for your time, and again, congratulations on the show, The Beauty. Really loved it. Thank you so much.
Do not kill my vibe.
Con Gaby Cam y Javier Ibarreche.